controversy anywhere. I don't care if it's Irvona, Beccaria, Coalport, where. You're in the middle of it. I'm gonna tell you that right here now.
Hey, hi.
You need a chair?
Hello. Get your chair. Get your chair.
I'm gonna sit down.
There you are. I always drop that thing, and it's dangerous too, because I can hit you, I can hit you.
Are you waking out?
Do you want this chair?
Hey, Joe.
How you doing, sir? Get your hair all shined up.
Meeting night. Why? Oh. I can make trouble, I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Where's Mike? Better get his butt down here.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have enough room.
You're good enough, man. I got plenty of room.
Hey, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
In front of the folder is my roll call sheet. Sorry about that. Okay, roll call for November 21st, 2024. Eric Dick.
Here.
Dawn Morrison.
I guess I'm here.
Okay, Dawn Gabrielson.
Yeah.
Mike Delphos.
Here.
Joe Adam. Paul Swede. And Mark Caldwell.
Here. Everybody get a copy of the minutes?
Yep, I read them in the front.
Do you have agendas?
I read them all.
Any
Do you have
changes?
agendas?
I'll do that this way.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes. Mike makes a motion to approve last month's minutes. Mark seconds it, all in favor? Motion
Mike and Mark.
Public comment.
Vision Press Production News Media thanks you for the privilege to film your meeting, and you always look organized. You have a good secretary, it appears.
We do.
Thank you.
Nothing from you? Okay. On to old business. Which we don't have.
Well, I kind of left it all up to engineering.
Thank you.
Most of it's under there.
Yeah.
You see the file that engineer has.
I sent Michelle a resolution for the LSA grant, we're talking about the Glen Hope water line replacement. So if you guys can, if you wanna pass that resolution, we can submit the grant, at the end of the month. And I don't know if we talked funding commitments, you know, there's a zero match requirement, so, if you guys are, you know, the match is, it's optional, I guess, you know, it's not required, but it makes your application more fundable, if you're willing to, or if you have sponsors or others that are willing to contribute funds to it. I don't think we have any of that, but if you have a general fund allocation or a capital allocation or something, you know, we need a letter stating that, you know, we BCI will contribute X amount, you know, of our own funds to the project. Again, it's not required, so I do need the resolution, but if you're gonna, match any kind of funds with it, I'll need a funding letter as well, so.
You wrote the grant for 918,000.
340, correct.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn, yeah.
Any thoughts
If
on
you would want to include before you sign that, if they decide to go with part of a match, you'll have to change the resolution, correct?
No, the resolution is total, the total project on the
Oh, that's the
resolution.
total project.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
funding commitment letter, depending on, I mean, I drafted one, it's 5%, it's kind of a, you know, it's a little bit, you know, but it's up to you guys as far as, I'll just need those figures on, you know, if you decide, again, not required, so, that would have a $46,000 match, so you could get to 918,000 for 46, so.
This one you don't need, because it had to be on letterhead, so that's just kind of a copy.
Michelle, I'll just need a resolution number for that. and then- Okay.
4-2024.
I didn't sign it.
No, you got the good copy in front of you.
Oh, you get the number.
I had to put a letterhead and a number on it, yeah. Did you wanna look at it? It's the same thing, the only thing different is the letterhead.
Let's see that.
That was the H2O grant we applied, in 2022, did not get funded.
Here's that.
So it's essentially the same project, just, yeah.
Well, I guess the only decision you have to make is either putting money towards it, or, you know, part of the match, or not, right?
Yeah, we've gotten word from BCD to just, you know, make your application more fundable, when you contribute some amount or have partners that are, you know, matching dollars even though they're not, you know, required, so. But we have a lot to go about, so it's not a deal breaker either, so.
What are your thoughts?
It's up to you guys.
The job needs to be done. Try to get it without a grant, you might never get it.
Mr. Chairman, what is this grant for?
For the,
There's a,
Glen Hope Water.
yeah, Glen Hope Water Line.
there's a 4-inch line in Glen Hope, it's an old AC line. We'll be upgrading that line, along 53.
Thank you.
You said that's 5%, that's 46,000.
That's 5% of the total, right?
Financial status.
So it's not a lot, but it's something, you know, might make your application stand out, you know, versus some of the others.
It needs done, that project needs done, that's been in there
How much
since
do they have to
1960.
put towards it?
You would be, 46,000 would be your contribution, and you'd be asking for a total 918,340.
It needs done.
We have 46,000.
Well, look at your cash balance sheet for the end of October.
The last time you guys submitted, it required a $400,000 match because it was a 2/3, 1/3 on the H2O program.
That won't be for another 6 months probably.
I thought this was the third year on that cycle. Now, if they hold that program to their 3-year cycle, I believe actually next year, this time I think we'll have applications. So probably in the summer they would release, sometime next year would be the year 3 on that. So I haven't got word that they,
I heard next September.
okay. And I don't think there's any guarantee that they will open that, but if, you know, if that program's still available, they're gonna fund it the way they have in the past. Next year would be the, you know, year 3 on that. Ideally, you would find out the status of this grant if you're applying for, prior to the deadline of, that program next year. That's not always the case, that wasn't the case this year. But, you know, we had some projects reapply, because they didn't know if they got funded or not, so we just put the application again. And if they got funded, they just pull their application, but it'd be nice to know beforehand, so you know when to apply again, under that, a different program, so.
They want to make a motion on that, sir?
I'll make a motion, I don't know what the problem is, nobody wants to make a motion. I'll make a motion, we need to do it.
Mike makes a motion
With the 5%.
with the 5%.
That's no guarantee you're gonna get the grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna lose your 5% match if you don't get it.
No.
Anybody want to second?
I'll second it.
Mark makes a second. All in favor? Okay, now on the resolution. What did you say was number 4?
Yeah, Donnie's got the right one.
4-2000.
Want me to sign it?
If we're gonna do a motion.
You'll have to have a motion to pass resolution 4-2024. Ron makes a motion. Donnie seconds it. You gonna do roll call on
Okay, roll call for resolution 4-2024, Eric Dick,
that? Aye.
Donna Morrison. Aye. John Gabrielson,
Aye.
Mike Dufffoss,
Aye.
Mark Caldwell.
Aye.
Michelle, if you just wanna keep that and email me a copy, or, you know, whatever works for you.
I can get a copy of
Okay.
it tonight.
Alright. That's all I need then, and then we'll, get the application in by the end of the month.
Are they doing most of the?
Bcima, nothing new. We're waiting on the construction grant there. I don't know if we got any word when that, we had asked when those, were gonna be awarded, but PennDOT, did some paving, so there's no time constraint for us, I think, at this point of trying to, get some award in place right now, but whenever they make awards, I would imagine you guys are probably gonna get the funding, seeing how you get the design funding. We have easements out, working on, acquiring those, Rick, you have copies of those, I believe.
Not yet.
The copies of the plats, our plats. But yeah, we,
Yeah, not yet. He's, Bill sent them straight to the attorney.
oh, okay, alright. So those are forthcoming and, we'll work on getting those. But, other than that, we'll wait and see when the construction funds come and we can, look at it and we're gonna bid it out, so.
That's on the Bama project.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Bamber, yep,
I wanna see them.
You go ahead.
correct.
Yeah, nice one.
I believe that's all I had.
Update on the sewer project?
We're working on, prelim design, preliminary design. It's gonna be, you'll see, our personnel here from time to time. We can touch with Rick, sit down, get a, list of questions, things we need to go over, and sit down with you guys and go over that, and make sure that we're,
Everyone's on the same page.
giving everything you guys need and want, and we'll be running into some things, along the way, so,
Update on the water project? New plant, tank?
yeah, we did discuss, you will need a, recharge, recycle system, some sort of a storage tank at the site, at the plant, that we think that is a poor choice alternative to actually just redoing this tank, so, I don't know if that was discussed last month at all, about, putting a new tank, but.
We're talking about redoing the almost.
That tank is, I think, approaching 40 years old, 35, 40 years old, so.
We're talking about replacing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now you can't operate that tank, and keep pressure in the system below what, foot?
Right.
A foot, just, so if we were, we need that water, we need a supply for the backwashes, in the plant anyway. I think now is the time to do the tank, so.
You wouldn't need two tanks if you did the almost.
No, that's, in place, so, you're looking at, several $100,000, to do something at the facility to account for the need for that water, but if we had a larger tank, that would, we wouldn't need that, so that was our thinking. It's slightly higher cost, so we want to proceed without, talking to you.
Well, we actually think we need the larger tank up in Holmes. At least that's the way I'm taking it, the way I feel it.
Yes, it'd be larger and taller, so.
Yeah, well, we need to look at the elevations up there. There's higher elevations right around the tank, isn't there?
Right behind.
Yeah, that would all.
And I think the same gentleman owns all that property.
Okay,
That owns where the tank's at.
Curry.
Yeah.
okay, that would be all, figured up through in design, so.
Yeah, well,
Can,
There'd be some questions, we don't wanna proceed, obviously, without, if it's, if you guys decide.
that's why
you-
we're
if
talking
If we know,
about
it's, that's sort of the way we're gonna,
that's the way we want to
Yeah.
go. You have the go-ahead to proceed
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Whoever's designing this, they should probably call us, and so we can do a field inspection as to where we want to put this, or at least get a general idea,
yeah, there's,
see the layout of the land.
And the size of the tank.
we're gonna do
I'm
all that,
thinking,
yeah.
I'm thinking, from what I've heard us talking, that 150,000. Does that sound right, or am I wrong?
That's in the ballpark. Yeah.
Rather larger than small is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
get.
I think they want 3 days 3 days storage capacity, however, you have to look at, you guys have wells, so it's not as much of an issue,
We got groundwater.
yes, correct. So it's, not as much of an issue with your TTHMs, your,
Right.
disinfection byproducts, become an issue with, you know, organics, but
So
you guys,
turnover on the water.
Yeah.
you guys don't have surface water, so you
The
don't have
water
to worry
edge, you
as
gotta watch
much,
the water
so
edge, that's what we have to do.
we gotta watch, by making it too large, you don't have your turnover in your tank then at that point, so.
I don't think they're doing
Again, for you
any
guys, it's
more
not
than
much,
150.
much of an issue, but.
What's that, Rick?
I don't think they're doing more than 150.
Yeah, but that should be quite a bit more than what we have now, right?
It was 72, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna double, and then you're gonna be able to use more. That's the big thing. It'll help with the
You have
turnover.
to.
Yeah, well, and then you gotta look at the fire protection. You know, you get a quick drawdown.
So, have them get a hold of us so we can get the ball rolling on that.
We will do that. Yeah, there's gonna be some, additional design we're gonna have to do, obviously that will be part of the original scope, there's some geotechnical, core borings and things we're gonna have to do for foundations and stuff, with the, you know, the way of that and so forth, so we'll get the details on all that. Go from there. One other thing, we wanted to do some geotechnical work at the plant too, so, that involved a little bit of tree cutting, so I don't know if,
Is that what you're gonna do, core drilling and stuff like that?
yeah, so,
The guy's already been here.
Oh, okay.
Looked
All right.
the area over.
we're good then, okay.
He hasn't done the drilling, but
What's the core drawing for?
for,
Soil analysis.
soil analysis.
What are we building, the plant?
Mm-hmm.
Be your soil bearings.
Yeah, we have to do that at the, tank site too.
Oh, I'm sure the tank site, I just
Yeah.
didn't think it'd be that big a deal with the plant. The tank's gonna be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. You're on here first.
That's true, that's true. Okay, under your P&L tab. Looks a little worse than it is, the sewage side, a lot of that, new plant expenses for 27,000 of that was paid out of line of credit, so looks like it's coming out of, you know, the, operating revenue when actually it's not. So if you wanna add the 27 back on to the 439.87 in the negative, then we're doing okay. So anyhow, we had operating revenue on the sewer side of 50,074, $1,069. We had total expenses of 50,784.30. Some interest at the bottom there puts us, like I said, in the negative of 439.87, but if we added on that amount that the line of credit paid, then we're out of the hole. So operating revenue on the water side of 40,182.11, total expenses of 30,642.02. We did receive our, grant for Bcima project of 19,893.29, interest of 91.92. We're, at net income of 29,525.30, overall 27,331.08. The next page, is the bills to be paid. We reimbursed Bob for picking up, a Microsoft Office for one of the laptops. That's where he's at the top there. Centos is actually his parish uniform, they bought them out. You'll see the HB Precision Services is that work done at the Irvona pump station. perks on there. Slowbox paid actually out of employees. Employees pay that one. Second page, it's Northwest Savings, that's like the, safety, what do they call them, safety boxes up there? Safety deposit box, yeah. Pace, of course, our labs. Parsons, he did some, he got us some toner and, he came up and helped us with some trouble we were having with our fax machine. Quarterly taxes,
Say, Jack, was that for the rubber, but
yeah. Rubber bed and then the work, the foot power, and looking at the truck.
Oh, and,
Yeah. Post office limit towards post office. The post office is up. We had to do those lead and copper surveys, so we had to buy quite a bit of postage. A couple different times. We've got a little bit each time, so that's why it looks like there's two bills there. But that's pretty much it. And bills get paid. The third report's the employee hours with comp time. And then on your cash balance, which I think we probably already glanced at, sewer took a hit, of course, we full for this pump station, but, you know, we'll have to bounce back, so. Under miscellaneous is our tag list. Pretty much, quite a few today, except for, a few on the first page there, but other than that,
that 419, is that just for homeowners?
I'm gonna have to do something. I've sent certified letters. That's the gentleman, or the wife, his husband passed away, and they were making really significant payments, and then now they just, I let it go a little bit because he passed away, and I was trying to give him a break, but, they're not responding. I can't get a no phone number, and I did some certified mail on them, but I think we're gonna have to shut it off on Monday. They had a leak, I think, too, is why it's up a little, up as high as it is. That's probably only 2.5 months on that one, but they had, some really high usage. And then, of course, that front, the 4 on the front page there is all the same person, so I'm sure he'll be over tomorrow. $16-14 usually gets shut off for the winter anyway. So if he doesn't square up by Monday, then it'll have to be paid before you ever get it turned back on in the spring.
That isn't real bad though.
Right.
He's not real bad on his.
No. This is a camp.
Yeah.
He usually gets off by now, but he hasn't called, so I don't know what he'll decide to do with that one.
Overall, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
This got a couple that's a lot better than.
Pretty good for setting up 1,700 bills and only have that many. You done, Princess?
I'm done.
Back at you, call. Okay, look your mirrors over.
Doesn't look that good.
Yeah. You look good. Okay, the other side, overall percent accounted for is 75.2%. our trouble area that we need to get into is, Loudville. It's still a small leak as far as gallons per minute, it's a little over 3 gallon a minute. So that's a tough one to find. But, we're planning on working. Pardon me? Yeah, about 76%, so it's pretty good.
729 looks real good.
Yeah. Yeah, half a gallon a minute, find that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we worked on lead and copper. That'll be an ongoing project for a while. Book 3 in Coalport was finished up, with the MXUs, so that's, radio read. And it was a couple to go.
Yeah, the ones that's been vacant and stuff.
Right, we did.
Other than that,
Good. Yeah. We got, Black Diamond to take care of, so, for the new meter and,
some of them, service turned on, some off for a while, like,
Yeah.
meter, oh, that's understandable.
We're all radio read now. Had a few PA1 calls that we took care of, worked on the floats in the Owensville, storage tank, just to verify that they were working. That's our backup alarm system. We were, here earlier this year running, some water out of the, well, at the water plant, so we had to winterize that, for the winter. Fixed the thermostat at the water plant, installed the mailbox out here. New customer out on Dakota Ridge Road, did a new tap and road board. What else? PA1 call, for Pedelec, somebody ran over a telephone pole. So, in fact, you said 2 telephone poles.
That right there on Main Street.
Oh,
yeah.
That's it for me.
I've been there a lot of years, I've never seen it that good before.
Need a motion to approve the manager's reports?
The only other item, just one more, yeah, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Mark makes a motion to accept the manager's reports. Donna seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
GNR will be tearing down the Lang building.
Tomorrow?
Across from the apartments.
Yeah.
I read tomorrow.
Across here, beside Brothers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they called for disconnects on the water and sewage, so
They got a mess, don't they?
we took care of that, yeah.
This is
Now,
our
that's
next
separate,
one.
yeah. Perfect.
And I think he's.
First of all, I remember it fit in to them two
I talked
buildings.
to her, and she told me
To
he was
the
gonna
main
have
building
it
and the other.
It's gonna be, gonna help.
I don't
Not
remember
gonna help
that.
tax base,
Sure.
but it's gonna help.
I think you were thinking on up Turtle Valley, where they're this way. Maybe not, we'll check it.
Yeah, obviously we had an
The land building and the, Brothers Pizza. There's 2 separate curb boxes. You're saying, you
There is
think
two separate curb boxes.
yeah, there's 2 separate curb boxes. But as far as them crossing, the only ones that I know crossing is,
Some showing.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought we were an issue there.
Check.
The water's off up there anyhow, isn't it?
yeah.
It's good to be true. But he said it turned out.
I thought they should have been already starting, but if someone said tomorrow,
There's nothing up there, I drove around there, there's nothing there.
Start off.
Such a long trash up there in the back.
Get rid of the trash for them.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, tomorrow.
We'll get it. Yeah. Probably get it.
New business.
Looks like there is none.
Everybody got anything new? Okay, we'll go into executive session for personnel.
Thank you, Mr. President.
What are we doing?
We are outside executive session.